Good evening. I know it's people will be wandering in as we get started. I know parking isn't great out there, so I'll get started though, and my part will only be about 30 minutes. Then we'll be dividing up where you can meet with the coaches and get what information is happening about the beginning of your season. Again, welcome to our annual Winter Meet the Coaches Night. First, I want to introduce the coaches I see here, and that way you'll know who they are. First of all, our boys varsity coach, Mr. Derek Bennett. Doing the JV boys this year is Steve Casper. Trey Whittle will be doing the freshman boys again. We've done it last year and I think the year before. Mike LeClaire, our girls varsity coach. Joe Camacho, who's going to be doing our JV girls this year. And doing freshman this year is Poppy Sweet, but she's at Memorial for her parent-teacher conferences tonight as well. But she'll be taking care of that. Nelson, are you here? Okay. Eric Supple is right up back here, I think, right? He's here. He'll be. Nelson's coming, right? Yeah, he'll be here a little late, but he'll take the rest of us to where they got to go and give you his talk about what's going to happen. Anthony Mininsky. Oh, not here yet. Steve Boone. That's our indoor track people, so they must be caught in traffic. Mike Colcord over here to my left. Your right is the varsity boys coach this year. Noah Saracen is going to be being the assistant. And Jack Isabel is going to be our JV boys ice hockey coach. I haven't seen Nancy yet. Oh yeah, she is right here. Nancy LeBlanc does the co-op ice hockey team that is sponsored by Leominster, and she'll speak with our kids a little bit after. I think there's only 5 or 6, but she'll explain to you how you're going to sign up on the Leominster website if you haven't done it already. Francis Field, who does our co-op swimming with Gardner. Abby and Rebecca. Rebecca right there, Peelan, is doing our cheerleading. Is Abby coming? No. And our trainer, Rachel Devana, will speak a little bit later as well, and also helping me tonight. So again, that's what you'll look for. All right, what I'm going to talk about first is what you need to do to participate in the winter season. If you've already got yourself established into Arbiter, you've got to use your username and your password that you used either in the fall or last spring. If you're new, we're going to go over what you're going to do that. And I'll be honest, we got 120 some odd kids already signed up. A lot of them are freshmen, so they're new, so I know it can be done. It's a little bit tricky sometimes. We cleared up one of the instances that they were requiring you to download a physical, even if you already passed it in. So that now is not a requirement. But because of that, I haven't been able to see any of the physicals from the fall that were put in already, so I'm working on that tomorrow. But the Arbiter sign up now, what you do, we go to, first of all, the Monty Tech homepage, www.montytech.net, and under Athletics, you'll see at the bottom, Arbiter signups. And this will give you instructions on how to do it. Now that's, the instructions on this side of the screen is actually what you're doing. So the first thing you're going to do is go to that and you hit the login and click on the families and student sign-in. To a login page. Now, if you're new, you put in an email, normally your school one, and a password you want to use. Please remember what it is, because if you try to log in with a different one next time, it's not going to let you in. So make sure you know your username and password. If you use your school email, you'll remember it, and a password is something you've got to remember. So that's if you're new. Now, as you go down, I believe, you have to change the top right, which is what we're showing here. On one of them, what is it? You change from Monty Tech to the Montezuma Regional Vocational Technical School input. And that way it'll get you to where you have to go. Yeah, that's on the dashboard page. Now for returning players, there should be listed as an option below that box. So your returning player, you hit that and it automatically fills in everything that you need to sign in. So there's not much you have to do, except you will pick the sport that you're playing this winter. And up until late last week, we had everything on there except swimming, but they put it on. So we should be all set. Now it's, again, 118 plus kids have done it, and a lot of them new, so it can be done. I think the problem is if you don't remember your username and password. So I'm hoping we'll be able to straighten that out. The girl that was helping me couldn't be here tonight. If you send me a problem, she has done actually verbal instructions on how to do it. I can forward that to your email if you send me your email address, and then you can do it that way as well. It doesn't take long, but it does ask for a lot of information. But once you do it, your input is saved for the rest of the time here, unless you change things as you do it. You can edit it, change insurance companies, change your grade will change it automatically. Your birthday won't change. So those are the things that will stay. So that's the sign up on Arbiter. And it's arbiter.io you're going to be looking for, but and it tells you that on that sign up thing, so that's what you'll find. Any questions quick about sign ups if anybody's had a problem? Oh, that's good. So everybody should get signed up tonight or tomorrow. Kids, you can use your Chromebooks. It's better to do it on a Chromebook or a laptop than it is your phone, I think, to sign up, because it's hard to see everything. So if you do that, that'll be great. If you're having problems, email me, give me a number. I'm not saying I'll call you back right away, but I will call you as soon as I can, and we'll be able to get you signed up right away. And just so you know, up in the back, Nelson Brissett is now here, the head coach this year. That's who you're looking for with Eric. Wrestling, and I'll get back to that in a minute. So that's what you need. No questions? Again, email if you have any. For physicals, your physical is good 13 months from the last time you had one. So some of you might be good to start the season, but it may run out. So make sure you get it into the nurse's office or myself, and we'll get it into the Arbiter, plus then I give it to the nurse, and if there's anything needed on there, like other things like your test and stuff, the nurses will get them as well. Right now, we're not sure when our physicals are going to be for people that need one. It's going to be some Monday morning, but the doctor hasn't got back to me to give me the one. It may be after the season starts. So if you need a physical, your option is to wait till you get it at school, but you can't practice until that happens. Or if you've had one, bring it in. 2, you go to CVS. Most CVS's have walk-in physicals. They're around $60. It's not that bad. And sometimes your insurance company will reimburse you, but I can't guarantee that. You can go to urgent care. Unfortunately, that is more expensive than CVS. I think CVS is the best deal. So, but you need to have a physical before you can start practice at all. So make sure you get that straightened out. I do have, even if your physical is going to run out and you want to get one here at school, permissions to do a physical. It's a 2-page front back, some questions you answer yes to no to. Parent and student signs it and bring it into me. That way you'll be able to get a physical when they do them on the Monday. It could be the Monday we start practice. I'm not sure yet. There'll be an email or a phone call sent home by the principal letting you know, and it won't be to just you, it'll be anybody in the school, that we're doing physicals on this Monday morning, probably at 8 o'clock or 9 in the training room, because the nurse's office won't be available. The other thing is your age. If you're a freshman and you were 19 before September 1st, you're technically considered a sophomore in eligibility, because you only got 3 years of eligibility left. Now, That's fine for the next 3 years. If you're an upperclassman and you turn 19 before September 1st, excuse me, for the freshmen it was 16. For the upperclassmen it's 19. You're considered not eligible to participate because of age. Now, if you're a senior and you're 19, we might be able to apply for a waiver. But if it's your 5th year of high school and it's not because anything other than if it's medical, we can apply for a waiver. What we look at is your grades, your attendance, and your discipline. And if it's not good, we're probably not going to apply for a waiver for you to participate. You know, being a medical problem, sometimes you'll get it, but being 5th year of high school and 19, it's tough to get, but we will try. Transfers. If you're a transfer this year and you're an upperclassman, please let me know, because we have to do what is called a Form 200, which is sent to your sending school to make sure you weren't recruited to come here, that you didn't have any things there that would cause you to be not eligible at their school, that would cause you to be not eligible here. So see me, as I look at your forms on the Arbiter, I'll be able to see where you were last year, but it's much easier if you tell me, and I can get right on it. So we talked about time of participation. Once you enter your 9th grade anywhere, you're allowed 4 years of eligibility consecutively. So basically it's 12 playing seasons. And if something happens, then we have to look at waivers in the future. Loyalty to your high school team rule. First of all, you can do a sport here at Monty Tech, and you can do something outside the school. But if it's a sport offered by the MIAA, you can't skip your high school practice or games to do it. You can do both, but you can't skip. It used to be 25%. Now, for every time you do that, and you find out you'll miss the next game that you have, it's one game. And every time you do it, you'll miss another game. So please, you're loyal to Monty Tech first, your other things second. Grades for the first quarter, which I believe are coming out now, is that correct? Someone tell me? Yep. That will determine if you're eligible to start the winter season. Second quarter grades will determine if you continue the winter season. Don't wait till the last minute to say, teacher, what do I owe you? Do it every week before you leave on Friday. What do I miss this week? Can I get it in? Do I have to make up a quiz? Do I have to make up a test? If you wait till the last week, you're not going to get it all done. And as a teacher myself, you know, you can't say, well, what can I do for extra credit? Then I look back, well, you didn't pass in 20 homework assignments. Why should I give you extra credit? You didn't do what you're supposed to do. Get it done. Don't wait till the last minute. Procrastination is not the way you do it. This next thing real quick is the chemical health rule that the MIA has. It basically deals with smoking, alcohol, drugs over the counter or prescription. If you're caught, it's in the dean's office will give me the names and everything. It's 25% of the season you're participating in. And if you're playing 20 games, you're going to lose 5. So you don't want that to happen. Now, if it's a second offense in the same year, you lose 60%. And by going to a rehab program, you might get it down to 40, but it has to be one that's approved by the school. My point is, don't do any of the things you're not supposed to do, and you'll be fine. I mean, coaches want you to be healthy, want you to stay healthy, and kids say, well, I gave up smoking for the season. Well, you've already ruined your lungs. You're not going to be as good as you would have been if you didn't smoke. Even vaping, even e-cigarettes. So please, keep yourself physically fit. Buses have changed a little bit this year, unfortunately, and coaches are going to have to remember this. They're going to continue with just 4:15 and 6 on Mondays and Thursdays. That's the only 4:15 bus we're going to have. So coaches on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, if you have a 4:15 practice ending, you got to figure out what to do with the kids after that, because you're responsible for them till they catch the bus, or the parents can come pick them up. There will be 6 o'clock buses only on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And on Friday, it could be 6, it could be a little earlier, depending on what we have for athletics going on. And I would say it's probably going to be 6 most of the year. And again, it's the cost of buses have gone way up, and the administration has come up with this. So if we have a half day of school, there probably won't be late buses. Coaches will have to work those practices in somehow. I'm just trying to see what you gave me to read today. In between seasons, buses are going to get cut back as well. It costs way too much to have buses when we don't need them. Let's see. Sportsmanship. One thing I do require coaches and the kids, treat every opponent, fan, spectator, and player as much as you would like to be treated. If the other team, spectators, and kids are unruly and unsportsmanlike, do not stoop down to their level. If they're in the gutter doing that, stay above. Don't do it back. Sportsmanship is very important here, and we want to make sure we continue it throughout the seasons. Now, mouthpieces are required for ice hockey, and they're recommended for basketball and wrestling because teeth are very expensive. So you can wear them. It's tough to wear in wrestling because it's a really tough sport where you're breathing hard, but if you have problems with your teeth, you may have to. Jewelry, I know some sports allow you to have jewelry, but my feeling is because of safety, because of security, it's probably better that if you have piercings or earrings, you lock them up in your locker. You'll be given lockers by your coach, use them. Don't just open them up and throw your stuff in and leave your bag on the floor. It's too much of a temptation for other people to go through it. Lock up your lockers. Lock the lock, turn the dial, and you should be all set. But we got to be able to take care of that. So no jewelry should be worn. Now I know they allow it for track and field and cross country, but again, if you got these dangling earrings and you get it caught doing an event, it's going to hurt and it could bleed. So take everything out, please. The next thing I have to talk about is insurance. If you're injured during a sporting event, and the trainer's going to be talking here soon also, you must report it first to the coach, and the coach needs to report it to the trainer either via email or right away, because an accident report has to be filled out, and it's important we do that. We had a student a few years ago in football, second or third game of the year, he tore his knee up real bad, needed surgery. Well, it never got reported. And then at the end of that school year, he had to have it recut because it didn't heal properly. So the insurance company is saying, well, where was it reported? It wasn't. And it cost them a bit of money for it by not reporting it. No matter how severe the injury might be, make sure the trainer knows and she'll keep record of it so we can go back and check if it ever happens. It could be, and the big thing is head injuries and concussions. You may get hit in the head during practice. It doesn't bother you until you get home, and parents, if your son or daughter come home and they're complaining of headaches, light bothering them, and all the symptoms of a concussion, you may want to call the school and let the trainer know. She goes through protocol to get them back into playing as soon as possible. Now, people will say, well, I feel okay after 3 or 4 days, but it's not what's happening now as much as it's going to happen to you 20, 30 years from now. And that's a proven fact by NFL football players and other sports, such as soccer, that they have a lot of head injuries. So make sure if you feel dizzy and stuff at home, let us know. You can get an ad, so your insurance covers what's happening first. Then the school athletic insurance taps in. If for some reason, someone along the way, the school insurance and yours won't cover, you can pick up, or for instance, if you don't have insurance right now, through our Bob McCluskey Insurance Company, 365-day, 24-hour-day insurance for around $60 to $70 max. And it covers your son or daughter, like I said, 24 hours a day, all year, whether it's in school or out school, and it includes dental. So I have sheets here. If you want to do that and get some added insurance, let me know, or I can send it to you via email, and you can sign up for it. So once you sign up with the company, you're covered. And if there's an accident, you would report it yourself to the insurance company through your insurance policy you have with them to get that added insurance. Now the last thing before the trainer, detentions, in-house suspensions, and out-house suspensions. Hopefully as athletes, you're going to behave properly in school. If you get a lot of detentions from your teachers, don't skip them. Skip detentions lead to in-house suspension. While you're in-house, you can't attend practices or games until you're out of in-house. If you're out by 11 o'clock on a certain day, you could play that day. If you're out at 12 o'clock, you can't. That's that key, 11 o'clock. It's like being in school for attendance. If you're here after 11, it doesn't count. If you're before 11, you will get count, but you'll miss some classes. Now, outhouse suspension is a completely different thing. You're not in school. And I know we try to get kids back to school as soon as we can, but you cannot be at practices, you cannot be at games while you're on outhouse suspension. And the same thing applies. If you're back into school by 11, you're okay that day. If you're here after 11, you got to wait till the next day. And that's what I have to say. Does anybody have any quick questions to me? And now I'm going to bring up Rachel Cabana, who's our trainer this year, doing a great job, just to tell you some of the things that she's concerned with and how to get in touch with her.
Thanks, yeah. So my name's Rachel, I'm the athletic trainer at Monty Tech. I work under Dr. Lee Mancini. He works out of UMass Memorial. So he runs clinics out of my room at 9 a.m. every Monday for any athletes that need further evaluation past me. This is my contact information. I don't think you can find it on the website, so here it is if you need to contact me. Apparently it will be on the website. So, it's fine. Athletic training room usage, I'll be in my room from 1 until the end of the last practice, Monday through Friday. I cover all home games and home practices. I might be covering some boys hockey games here and there if they're home. Injured athletes, if you're an athlete and you get injured in or outside of Monty Tech and you go to the doctors for any reason, you need a clearance note before returning to practice, and that clearance note needs to be given directly to me. We had a couple incidents last season where the note would be given to the nurse and then not related to me. So just make sure those notes are given to me. EpiPens and inhalers. If you have an EpiPen or an inhaler, that needs to be on your person at all times or in your bag. I don't carry any of these on me. Concussion policy, basically it's a case-by-case situation, so it's kind of depends on the person and what's going on. I think that's really all I had to say. So my door's always open for any athlete that needs anything. I can do rehab, like PT stuff, anything you guys need, so that's it.
Now, the important part, look at that, half hour. This is where you're going, kind of wait till I get done before you all take off. For boys basketball, you're going to be in that room to the left up there, it's closed. Girls basketball is on the right-hand side in the back. Let's see, the back middle is going to be indoor track, right up there. Wrestling is going to be the front right, down here. Boys ice hockey is over here to the left. And the middle front right now is, who is that going to be? Front left, front right. There we go, now I can see. Swimming, I'm going to, girls ice hockey, Nancy, because you only got like 6 or 7. You're gonna be out in the foyer, so as you go out this door, to the left, okay? So girls ice hockey will be out this door in the foyer. Cheerleading is in the middle of the foyer out there. Now, who's in the front? Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. Wrestling is in the front middle, right down here. That's what it is. All right, and then, because you're going out to the foyer. And swimming is over here to the foyer, right where you are. Yeah. All right. Any questions, stop and see me. If you have any physicals or paperwork you want to pass in, you shouldn't have too much. Put them in the boxes under your sport. Thank you for coming, and I hope for a great winter season.